All right. I got some thoughts. I'm sure all of you have been all day looking at all of the takes about what Garrett Cole did today, and that's Rafael Devers. I've been busy, so I haven't been able to get what I wanted out as early as I wanted to, but now I have my chance. And I'll just say this. When Cole did that, threw up the four, and let Devers take first, I didn't mind it. It'd been a pretty good game for Cole up until that point. He got the Red Sox to go into a double play in the first, a couple strikeouts in the second and third. He had a lead thanks to Verdugo getting Volpe to third, and then Glaber with the single that made it 1-0. The only mishap was the hit by pitch of Devers, which I think it was intentional. Although I don't know why you're using a cutter to intentionally hit somebody. So whatever, I don't know if it was intentional or not. And if there's anyone that knows about cheating, it is Alex Cora. So it is what it is. But when Cole did that, I didn't mind it because we've all heard the stats about Devers with Cole. I mean, what is it? He's 13 for 39 or 14 for 40, 8 home runs, 20 RBIs. He has a slugging of 975. He's a batting average of 350, OBP 475. I'm pretty sure at one point I probably even said on this channel, just next time don't even pitch to him. He just owns you. There are guys that own you. Devers owns him. But I didn't have an issue with that. But my problem is, for whatever reason, after that happened, Cole just lost it mentally. And that is my big concern with Cole. As great of a pitcher as he is, we've talked about this. The second something goes wrong, he loses it, and he can't get it back. And it's so frustrating to think about. It's like, dude, just set on that. Why? He needs to be more like Judge, where Judge is just a cyborg and doesn't let anything affect him. And when he shows emotion, it's actually like, wow, it's pretty amazing. Cole needs to be more like that, just to be more stoic. Like DJ. Not DJ by play, but DJ with attitude. Just don't let anything affect you. Just be a robot. Because he's too revved up, and when something doesn't go right, he just collapses. And so he gives up the walk to Devers. It shows that Devers is in his head. But okay, fine. Get the rest of that guys out. It's one out. There's one out. Just get one guy out. It's not the end of the world. But apparently it was. Because he walks O'Neill. He gives up a ground ball double to Ishida. He gives up a 2-run RBI single to Abreu. And the next inning, he gives up a single to Story. He walks Jansen. He hits Duran. Bases loaded. And then Devers comes up. And oh my God, it's Devers with the bases loaded. But what do you think's going to happen? You know what's going to happen. Devers owns him again. 2-run RBI single. And then he hits Tyler O'Neill. He hit 3 guys. And then a single to Yoshida. And that made it 7-1. And finally, I took him out. And then bring in Tim Miza, who actually had a pretty solid day. MVP for today, Miza. 3 2/3, 4 hits. No runs, 2 strikeouts. In a pretty tough spot there. So credit to him. And the offense just did almost nothing after the 3rd inning. So yeah, that's really my thing. If you're gonna intentionally walk Devers, I had no problem with that. But you know what you gotta do after that? You gotta get the next guy out, and you didn't. And you let Devers steal second. Well, that was more the catcher. But you let it just affect you. You walked O'Neill. You gave up a double to Yoshida. It's just he wasn't able to get it back for whatever reason. After that moment, he just lost it, and that's what killed this team. And that's what worries me about the postseason is the fact that Cole could be so easily rattled that something like that could happen. And my other problem, you guys know this. If the Yankees somehow, and I don't know if it'll happen, I hope not, blow the AL East, because unfortunately we lost the game today. The Orioles won, we lost, so the Yankees are now 2 games up with 13 games to go. And a very interesting matchup tomorrow with Rodon against Crawford, and you just pray for good Rodon. But if we blow this AL East lead, that 4-finger salute given to Devers is going to be memed. It's going to be joked upon. It's going to be made fun of. Everyone's going to laugh at us for that. Because this team we talked about also is a team of ups and downs. They have their great moments. They have their walk-offs. And we had the last 3 games. And then they have their downs. And when this team goes down, they spiral. We saw it after the walk-off to the Royals this year, after the Dodgers series. We saw it after losing to the Orioles on the Verdugo era. We see it. There was a walk-off, I think, against Cleveland where they went down. When this team starts to spiral, they completely lose it. They don't play even. They're hot or they're cold. We've had a hot run right now, but I'm fearing that is going to be the beginning of a cold run. I hope not. And also, it's just a shame because we had so much momentum. Think about all the momentum we had heading into today. 3 straight wins, 2 walk-offs, and the Judge Grand Slam, which was the biggest home run we've seen all year. And all of that now, all that momentum, gone. In just one moment, it's gone. So frustrating. And it's not just because he intentionally walked Devers, but because he completely mentally collapsed after that. It was also interesting seeing Boone like not defend it after saying like, I wish he hadn't done that. Seeing Austin Wells after the game said he shouldn't have done that. It's just so frustrating. Cole said it was him and Blake who decided it. And yeah, he was mentally off. He was physically off. It's just so difficult to think about Cole just not having that mental toughness in a big spot that I would have wanted. And again, if this is the guy we're relying on in the postseason, that's an issue. That's a real problem. If he isn't that guy that can put that spark in a big spot. It's just, oof. Or not put a bar, it just not collapse. That's what worries me. If one little thing goes wrong, I'm really concerned about what happens to him. But a tough loss today, brutal loss. And yesterday we were thinking, wow, this team's going to fly right to the division. They're going to win the pennant. And now, as being a Yankee fan it's back to thinking, I don't know. I mean, look at it. Today, the Yankees' odds dropped. They were second place yesterday in Vegas to win the World Series. Now they're third again, behind the Phillies. So it's Dodgers 330, Dodgers plus 330, Phillies plus 450, and Yankees plus 480. So just a little, but man, that was such a tough loss. And our division odds have dropped from minus 550 to minus 400. Just a really, really tough loss. We let Baltimore back into it. Not good. And we're going to need another win for Detroit tomorrow, but we're really going to need to step up. And we're going to need Rodon to not be the Rodon that just gives up 3 or 4 home runs. We're going to need great lights out Rodon, and we're going to need the offense to really bounce back. Because, yes, that was a bad moment. It was a terrible thing. But it will only be worse if it defines us. This could just be a one-game thing, no problem. But if we let this define us, if this becomes the defining moment of the season, that's what's going to be worse. So the Yankees just need to settle down. Cole just needs to rest up. It'll be back in a few days. This team needs to just calm down, relax, and get ready and win tomorrow. If they win tomorrow, all this will be forgotten, especially if Baltimore loses. If we win and Baltimore loses, all is forgotten, all is forgiven. We're okay. We're good. Everything's fine. Nothing to worry about. Yada, yada, yada. We're going to be okay. We're going to be good. At least I hope so. In person. Let's go Yankees. We better win tomorrow. That's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, good to see. Make sure you subscribe down below. I'll be back tomorrow. It is Yankees and Red Sox. Game 4. A very, very frightening moment that could happen tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be this team bouncing back. Well, they will see. Take care and God bless.